arrived, home, I walked through the door,
I was on my way home from work,
and our nanny was holding our son, Jonathan.
and my husband called me as I was coming up the street,
That Jonathan had just taken a fall down the stairs.
and I said, call an ambulance.
After that, he started to get sick.
He was completely lifeless.
Paramedics arrived.
And they said, we are taking him to HCMC because it's the closest level 1 trauma center and he needs a CT scan immediately. When Jonathan was 6 months old, we found out that he has hydrocephalus and he had surgery to have a shunt placed. We got out of the ambulance, we walked in, and the bed was ready for him, and there was a whole team of doctors and professionals standing around it. And there was a quick conversation, information passed from the paramedics to the doctors, and then they took over. At first, I felt really alone because my husband wasn't there yet. And I couldn't believe I was in that situation with my little boy, and I was just standing there. And then one of the doctors, who was clearly the lead of the team, said, come over here, you can stand right here, and you can hold your son's hand. And he introduced himself and told me what everyone would be doing, that they were going to take great care of Jonathan. And he was so reassuring, and I never felt alone. They were prepping him to be able to do the CT scan, and that's when I met the chaplain, and he said, is anyone with you? And I said, my husband is coming, but I don't know where he is. And he said, I will go find him.
I was greeted by the chaplain. There's a moment of uncertainty there where I wondered why the chaplain was greeting me, but he shortly after that reassured me that everything was fine.
I also brought a disc along with me with previous CT scans on it so that they could compare the before and after. And within minutes, they had performed the CT scan, loaded our disc, and compared the before and after and had results for us. And they said, right now, everything looks great. Doesn't look like his shunt was damaged, but we're going to continue to monitor him. We're going to move him up to the pediatric ICU. The physician did a great job of checking every little bone and all of his internal organs to make sure that there weren't any other injuries. And he said, my 18-month-old went down the stairs last week. You know, it was a great connection, and just to know that this could happen to anyone. And for him to take the time to share that story and you know, relate to what we were going through was really special.
After meeting with the chaplain, he asked if it would be okay if he brought his harp up and, you know, played a few songs for Jonathan. And he showed up later in the evening with his harp, and very calming and relaxing to Jonathan.
I can ask as many questions as I feel that I need to, and when I am being included in the conversations and the decisions and the care, it changes the experience. And it turned a very frightening, awful day into a wonderful experience.
I was just amazed at how everybody went out of their way to go the extra mile for us.